Angel's deduction.
Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure this chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in and again. Ooh, that is me.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office.
Yeah, I think you need to present Goodman's
like
autopsy report.
It does sound like premeditation, doesn't
one.
it?
I think I might get myself in gear for more SDK vs. Capcom and NGP in an hour. Currently halfway through. Oh, nice.
Who's that?
Ironhead.
Hi, Ironhead. So if I ordered pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
Are you planning a murder in court?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Yeah, the statement like with
I know.
with nothing else, you need to do
Still
Goodman's
pressing
autopsy
everything.
report.
You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know.
That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie.
I believe she just said it was a mere prelude to the story she was about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again.
Rookie. Never interrupt the storyteller. It's like putting a bun out of the oven half-baked.
Something's half-baked, alright. And it's you. Try not to confuse the witness. The defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. What's with burning Phoenix today? Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim?
Her actions speak for themselves.
You have no proof that Miss Sky called him there.
You have no proof that she didn't.
Touché.
Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts?
She's a tough bitch.
There's no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's phone.
She might have written him a letter.
Come on! You could have tried public phone first, at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office, where he was murdered. Well, you better have some burn heal Phoenix Wright. He's gonna need a lot of it.
I'm sure you had a reason to be there. Witness?
What do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? Oh shit.
What kind of grudge?
Well, I wouldn't know that.
Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge.
Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside?
You know, the camera. How am I supposed to know?
See? We agree there is lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty.
This judge isn't very good at metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this?
It's simple. Okay, that one there, you need to present something. You need to present the autopsy.
I'm gonna do this first.
Yeah,
Before we do
yeah, present the autopsy, of course.
I know. Human machine? That's a contradiction. Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, you should probably...
Yeah, you should probably look at the TV.
Note to self, Mr. Edwards' eyes smell like citrus fruit. Ha!
You say again and again? How many times did she stab him exactly?
say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done?
Why is she getting mad at me?
She said several times. I'll leave it at that.
Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people.
Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know?
Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her.
You need to present Goodman's autopsy, hun. Report.
I
So
will.
nothing else could drive that human machine to
Challenging her
punch
abilities as a detective really set her off.
like the short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder, would it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax, and even a really short wick will burn longer?
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Okay, so we would go to the last statement, and we are actually going to present the autopsy
There you go, that
report.
one.
Oh. We need to go.
Way to go, dear.
Yeah, I went. Hold on. Right here, okay. So the autopsy report right here.
Yes.
Death due to blood loss. One knife wound. Died within an hour and a half at 4 p.m. You say she stabbed him again and again. Well, you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my last surprise.
That don't sound healthy. I'm afraid the mouse is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
I thought you were sure that Phoenix was going to try to do that too.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really.
Not really helping, Emma. What my objection? No one noticed?
Well, witness.
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Okay, so this must be the final.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Okay, that one.
Oh no, we're
You
not
need
even.
to-
We're not even pressing on this one. We're gonna present.
Yeah, you need to present crime photo. To the
Yeah, we
statement.
will. Because of the fact that look at the red car.
All right.
Mister, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
Oof. What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or a muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be.
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edwards prevails.
What about my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there, a scarf. No, not that. It was something red. Really?
A car? Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a apparition of off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile.
Shantae risky revenge?
Oof.
Oh, that sounds like it's gonna be a challenge. Yeah, Angel stopped trying to pass out lunch during your testimony. Well, she can't help it. Everyone's hungry. This is a court of food. I mean, court of law. We can eat at a court of law, apparently.
Huh.
According to Angel Starr.
You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Starr.
Still sounds like a porn name. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
No thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
Isn't everyone weak against that? Oh, so everyone's saying she's strong against poisonous snake bites. Gotcha.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Overcooked as a playthrough in MGG? That's an interesting one. We'll see what happens on that one anyway. And of course, this happens when your cafeteria lady serving you the worst kind of food imaginable appears in court.
Yes, surprise meatloaf.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
Okay, press. You're in the first statement, of course.
I know, I got her stuff. So, where is this petition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then?
I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot.
You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
Ah, I just said. As I just said. I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her for more details.
Yes, press her.
I am gonna press her. Anytime that comes up, you probably should press.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see this on the floor planes, just to be safe. The Lynch car was... She was a visitor, thus, she had to park in B block. And you witnessed the murder from here?
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes.
Is that correct, Mister?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
I think it's alive right there. Biker vs. Cole vs. Colette vs. Bragg in Fortune Street. One of us got to get a copy of the game first.
Amazing. The golf up queen, lunch lady athlete, indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. True.
Precisely. Speaking of much games, you consider making a Force Adventure Let's Play for that? Wait and see, I guess, on that one. I haven't decided yet.
Oh, God. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did this guy not get away?
Okay, that one. Of course. Get a cursor on that one. And ask further.
She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say?
If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word.
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else?
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? She can't mean...
First further,
I
ask
am
further.
gonna ask further on that one, because I'm gonna have to. By phone. Do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory.
Do a barrel roll.
It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see?
Hey Zelda, what's up?
Hi.
No. I was seeing what
Uh-huh.
Kitty was saying there earlier about an
Okay.
old playthrough of Castle Crashers, but
No, the court doesn't see, mister.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
Bullshit.
that's right. Near the car, there's an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently, it was out of order.
You know, at work, just trying to make sure I get to see you and Chef a few. Oh yeah, that's fine.
So, she used her cell phone?
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good at witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should of course add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
Remember my cell phone updated in the court record. The word muffler was heard during the call made to Emma at 5:18.
I said how she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. Okay, that one. First on that one. Present the parking lot floor plans to that statement.
Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
I only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over.
You climbed over the chain link fence.
Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
And you saw her
Hey
doing
streamer,
this?
cast hydrate.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna cast 100. In order to 16 hours to download Devil May Cry 3 on the Switch? Ouch.
Mm.
That was Anubis doing that for you again.
Thank you. He's Anubis and I'm Isis. What is it, Mr. Wright?
Hey, streamer, cast Hydrate.
Okay, so
We just did!
Did you
I guess I can do it.
present the parking lot floor plans to the statement I said out?
You mean on that
Not that one. The
previous
one before.
statement?
Yes.
What else
That
am I about
would
to do?
present. I told you that you need to present parking lot floor plans. The
You told me to
statement.
press first.
Yeah, that and present it.
Now I'm gonna present it. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Yeah, sure. Thank God you're strapped down straight onto the... Ow, okay, nice.
Hmm?
Well, Starr? There's a fair contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me and I'll make you cough it all up.
Geez, you sound like Colette for real. Ahem. Look at these floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was on the back of the side of this partition. If indeed you were in Block B, you couldn't have seen it.
What? Ah!
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court.
What she saw.
Who's going to counterattack against? I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about
What she saw.
where she saw it.
What she saw.
Well, where she saw it too. But yeah, what she saw was, yeah, what she saw, that makes sense.
Yeah, also, but there's different ones, like to choose the order of events, so it's like, there's, you know, so after that, choose what she saw, and then, you will lose health, but do not reload the save. Okay, choose the order of events, orange peel, lunchback received, you lose health, but do not reload the save. Choose where she saw it, choose the security room on the map, distance to the crime, okay, so where she saw it.
Yeah, I just told you where she saw it.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why you're reading it out loud like that. You should know.
I'm just saying.
This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it.
Pointless to lie? I see.
But, say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the story I've heard until now points to one
Choose the security room on the map.
The place where she was at the crime was here. Or yeah, it'd have to actually be here in A.
Yeah, we gotta choose the security room. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously the security room, because then she can come out and nap a hand right away. Let's go.
Then choose the distance to the crime.
This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room.
Indeed. Security guard room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. Love how you're reading characters' dialogue, so cute. Yeah, we're trying our best to get through it all like that. Voice acting and everything. It's built on a
What was
second-
that?
Oh, with Zelda.
What about it?
She said, I love how y'all are reading the characters' dialogue so cute.
Oh, thanks. Well, we do try to use the voices because you're a good storyteller, so.
It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
Hmm. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there.
I love your judge voice.
But why there?
It looks old, so
There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
not in this case, Your Honor. The witness,
Oh
not
my
being
God,
part
I'm
of the
so woke.
prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room. Yes? Now we're all doing good. Hopefully you're doing well, not to late.
Oh my
even
god,
though
it's
you're
so
at work.
warm!
Well, Mr.
Oh. How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Starr.
Doing fine right now? Well, hopefully you can get better, Ironhead.
Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
Guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? It does. Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
It's true. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands.
Objection.
It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they are guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
So, tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Here we go. Mr. witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from Block B. It must make a vital difference. But what would change?